gets here. Is Elves good versus Affinity? It depends on their draw. You're really bad against Whip Flare. All right, folks, how are we doing? Green-Black Elves. This is the deck that I'm playing at the Invitational. I'm pretty set on this main deck. I'm still working out some of the details in the sideboard, like how many Dismembers do I want, if I want them at all. Are these Surgical Extractions good? I think pretty confident those are good. But this is a main deck we've been playing pretty close to for a while now. If you're first time watching this and you like it, there's a ton of videos of this on my website, my YouTube channel. You can find a primer of this on coolstuffinc.com. Cam Bam, thank you for the 7-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Am I playing more Artifact? I am not planning to play more Artifact until it releases. I would like to try and play some Constructed Artifact, but it's hard to do that until I can buy singles. Because for whatever idiotic reason, they've decided their game's going to have a secondary market instead of just letting me craft cards. So they're going to have to wait to get my money. I'm going to go to 11-5 at the Invitational. I'd settle for 11-5. I'd be pretty happy with that. Gilt-Leaf Palace is a green-black dual land that comes into play tapped unless you reveal an elf from your hand when you put it into play. They are taking a cut of all sales in the secondary market. So there isn't direct peer-to-peer trading in Artifact. However, there is. So this is Elves of Deep Shadows, a touch awkward here because I can't Clancaller and Heritage Druid here. However, there isn't another elf that taps for green. So we're gonna see them block here and then sack Neonate. I wish it was more consistent too, Betty. If that deck was just like 2 points more consistent, I probably would be registering it at the Invitational. Yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money. I concur. Bridgevine. This match is probably pretty good for us. We race pretty well. Wow, they're not putting Bridgevine into play? That's incredible for us. So, Heritage Druid. You have a Fatal Push. That's rude. That's unfortunate. Maybe I'm supposed to just cast Collected Company there. These decks don't play a ton of interaction. No, I think I'm right to do that there. The last time we played Bridgevine, they didn't have any interaction in their main deck. I think playing around interaction out of the opponent's deck is wrong game one. Post board, I think it's probably right to play Collected Company there, but I think game one, like, their deck's pretty unlikely. What about Beast Within in place of Dismember? No. That Beast Within is just worse than playing Assassin's Trophy. So the point of Dismember in my sideboard is to have quick, efficient removal against decks that have creatures that I care about. Is basically what it comes down to. Alright, so opponent messed up here. They should have played Stitcher Supplier before playing their land because they hit Gravecrawler, so they could have cast Gravecrawler if they would have shocked there. So I'm tapping this Elves of Deep Shadow because if I hit a Scavenging Ooze, I'd like to be able to activate it this turn. So I'm going to do this, and then with this elf, with the Shaman trigger on the stack, I'm going to tap these, and I'm going to go ahead and company again. Get another Shaman to the pack and kill them. Sad. Incredibly unlucky. Here's the clean shaven Jeff. Thank you, Greater Oratog. All right, your move. This is all I got. I guess they could theoretically kill me next turn. If we would have hit another Shaman of the Pack off there, they would have died though. So. Which of those would I take? I think Celestial Colonnade is the biggest trap card in Modern. I would never recommend anybody play that deck ever. I think Amulet Titan is very good. I think if you enjoy playing Amulet Titan, I think that deck is a fantastic choice. It's doing something that's objectively powerful and just very, very good. In fact, Amulet Titan was my second choice for the Invitational, but I just don't trust myself to play that deck well for, 8 matches. The deck's really hard to play. It's got a lot going on. A lot of lines. This deck is just like, this deck's easier to play. I just want to smash people. And this is not a Lead the Stampede matchup. It's definitely a Scavenging Ooze matchup. I'm going to go ahead and bring in this Surgical. Do I want both my Surgicals in this matchup? Probably. Just like trim a Clancaller. I might trim an Ezuri, actually. Seems fine. Let's do it. Stream Decker on mobile is bugged currently. They need to get a patch out for it. So Stream Decker in the mobile app is often going to be wrong for you. You have to manually clear your app cache for it to refresh currently. I think if you like playing Amulet Titan, I think it is a great choice. If you like playing Amulet Titan and are confident in the lines that it takes to win, I think it's a phenomenal choice to play. Why is blue-white a bad deck? Because Modern is a format where there's lots of different things going on at every given point, and you can't reasonably control all of them. Being proactive in Modern is almost always better than not being proactive. This hand's very good. I agree. Second Surgical. 2 Surgicals should put them in the ground. Like all of their really obnoxious aggressive stuff is gonna get hampered by 2 Surgicals. Playing through 1 Surgical is not unreasonable for them, but the second one should put them in the ground, especially with any amount of follow-up here, which we have good follow-up as well. And has fantastic disruption plus a clock. We don't want to block this vampire, and even if we wanted to, we can't because it's very menacing. If you had a choice between Green Black Rock and Blue Red Delver for Modern, which would I bring to a big tournament? If I'm being impartial, Green Black Rock's the more powerful deck in the absolute sense. Yeah, I just want to be the one asking the questions. I've spent a lot of time in my life playing lots of really fair Magic decks in Modern, and I just want to kill people. It's been a while since I played something that's super linear and proactive like this is a tournament, and I just wanna fire it up. Just get them. So I'm gonna Surgical their Bridge in response here. This stupid interface. I would like to Surgical this. I agree. That is 100% the reason why a lot of people play that kind of archetype. It is a feel smart deck. They have Bantu's Last Reckoning in their hand. Well, that's a good one to know about. Valuable information. What else do they have in their deck here? They have 2 Bantus. They have 4 Fatal Push, Collective Brutality. Man, their deck is super interactive. It does not seem like where you want to be in life. What's the best feel smart deck that Modern has? Probably Amulet Titan. Amulet Titan lets you feel pretty smart. So they have Vengevine, Walking Ball, and Bantu's in hand. No, I think Amulet Titan's a more feel smart deck than KCI. I would not classify KCI as a feel smart deck. KCI is very powerful and it's linear and degenerate. I think it's a good deck, but I think classifying it as a feel smart deck is incorrect. Oh wait, perfect. Thought I clicked past that. Just nip that one right in the bud there, shall we? They drew Fatal Push. That's unfortunate. So this is probably gonna die. So they have Push, Bantus, Walking. No, Mono Red Token Storm is a linear degenerate deck. Again, for people that might be new and don't understand the vernacular that I'm using, when I classify something as a feel smart deck, that doesn't mean it's good. What I mean by a feel smart deck is that it's a deck that makes you get to outplay your opponent and make these neat plays as opposed to good plays. Doesn't feel smart deck like blue-red tempo. The reason why I played that deck at the Indie Open was because it's a feel smart deck and I liked playing it. Jeskai Control, blue-white. These are feel smart decks. These are decks where you get to be like, I am so sophisticated and my deck is so interactive. Aren't I a much better player than you, opponent, because my deck is so smart? Kiki Chord's a feel smart deck, correct. I'm interested to see if they play Walking Ballista here, if they just Bantus. They might just Walking Ballista. I assume they're going to see them shoot Llanowar Elves here. Sure. Come at me. So they can pump up Walking Ballista and trade it for Archdruid, but I think that's fine for me. I think Bantu is a good sweeper. Yeah, I think it's fine in Modern. Modern's a pretty fast format, so like being able to play something sooner rather than later is generally good, I think. Looking to hit another Lord here, gambling a little bit. Perfect. Nice Walking Ballista. Now I'm thinking over all the decks I've really liked in Modern. They've all been Feel Smart decks. Yeah. Yeah, Feel Smart decks get played a lot, regardless of how good they are. I just take this hit here because they're dead, right? I think they're dead. They're pretty close to dead. I haven't counted, but I assume this is lethal. So they'll take 5 down to 8. They'll block here. They'll kill this. They're not quite dead. They aren't quite dead, but they're close. I would consider playing Pauper on stream. We've played Pauper on stream in the past. It's just not popular enough to be worth making content for. So they block here. They triple shoot this. They take 2 plus 3 is 5. They go to 3. And then hopefully Scavenging Ooze is going to be able to mop up after they Bantus here. They're going to need Fatal Push with their Bantus Reckoning to beat the Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, pretty much all the fair decks are what I would classify as Feel Smart decks. Yeah, they have Bantu's Last Reckoning in hand that we know about from a Surgical Extraction. So. Goodbye, friends. So their lands aren't done tapping next turn. I wouldn't actually mind drawing a land since we have the Scavenging Ooze. You know what they say, chat. You scooze, you lose. Just eat this Gravecrawler now in case they have a black source next turn. It's the first match with Elves. Yeah, it's our first match with Elves. We're in game 2 and we're up a game. Yeah, Burn's a deck that you get rewarded for playing well, but at the flip side is that Burn's also a deck where when you're not playing it well, you still get to play it at like 90% efficiency. It takes skill to get those last 10 percentage points out, but it's, you know. Double Elf was just lethal next turn, right? Was it? Yeah, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. It's exactly like Tron, yep. And people like to mistake like decks being good even when you're bad with them for meaning the decks are skillless. And like if they draw another Bant, if they draw their second Bantus here, we could actually die. So like the fact that I missed lethal there is pretty relevant. They have one more Bantus in their deck. So, if I would have played... If I would have gone Elf, I could have killed them. So I need land plus Bantus, untapped land plus Bantus. Alright, so you're dead. Is Burn good in Modern right now? I don't think so. Like, Burn's never terrible, but, like, Burn is slower than a lot of the other linear decks in the format. You did not miss Thingbird. For those that are new to the stream, decks that are listed in my stream title are ones that we still have yet to play today. Decks that we've already played are removed from the stream title as we play them. So the stream title kind of gives you a predictor of what you can expect to see coming up. So you have a Fatal Push, so you're dead to this Pendelhaven. All right, want to start with the Elves. How we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a great Friday wherever you're at in the world. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their very wonderful support. Today's Black Friday in the United States, so Twitch has a deal going on bits. You can get 2,700 bits for just $25, which is a good rate for you all if you're not familiar with that. So if you're someone who cheers bits for streamers on occasion, you might want to check that out. By subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. We are still sponsored by Lisa. That's bit.ly/Shugelbed. Harry's would like to help you get that nice, close, clean shave. Using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/Shugelshave, you can save $5 or more on your new order with them. Card Sphere would love to help you turn your cards into other cards direct to the players. There's no haggling. They just take 1% fee off the top. If you check out my sponsors page, you'll find a link there directly. I don't have a link to my sponsors page. God, I'm so bad at this. I should totally have a sponsors command. InkedGaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork, and you can choose from a wide range of custom art that they already have on their website. And of course, I'd like to welcome everyone out to Hoaglandia. Thanks for dropping by here today while we play some Modern. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch and online in general right now, and I appreciate you choosing to spend part of your day here with us. Why is my cheer cup off-centered? It's annoying. All right, head on into our second match here with Green Black Elves. We beat Bridgevine in the first one. 4 out of 10 she'll read. I had to stop and do something in the middle. Come on now. Can you also make burn a little bit more skill intensive by putting a Tarkatsi Band in your deck? So your argument is you can make the deck harder to play by making it worse? That's an interesting line. What time is it in Hooglandia? I am on Central Standard Cornfield time, so it's currently 10:20 where I live. The kids were completely unimpressed. Declan doesn't like the smell of the shave cream that I use, so he was funny. He was like, Dad, go wash your face. You have a screen reflection on the thing behind you. It's just my main monitor. It's not a big deal. Yeah, Black Friday. Can you please add these to Faye? Is Faye still on the queue? Totally. Always Faye in the queue. 10 out of 10. Thank you for the support. I should just assume Faye's in the queue. That deck's great. SCN's really good. Basically, you're looking for lands and a mana dork in this deck. So, lands, mana dork, snap it off. Stomping Ground. I guess Hollowone usually plays a Stomping Ground for splashes. I keep gifting subs. Almost forgot to keep mine going. What's going on, SCTR? Thanks for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Thanks for all the support you've given here. I get to keep my cards so far. That's nice. Really just want to keep land plus collect a company. You're in Gilt-Leaf Palace in this deck? I do. You can find my deck list on screen via the Stream Decker widget. Alternatively, you can also type !deck in chat to get a link to the deck list. Fiery Temper and discard Vengevine. Alright, so not Hollowone. They killed my mana creature, which is probably smart on average, but I have plenty of lands this game, so it's not really a big deal. Get to play second Clancaller into land, and then play Collecting Company on 4. They're down to 14 already. Alright, that's not the one drop I wanted for Christmas, but like it'll be a good follow-up here. Honestly, the first company might lock the game up, so we'll see if it's relevant or not. See if they're able to floop Vengevine into play here, if they're just flashing back Faithless Looting. Probably flooping Vengevine into play. Yep. Grim Boy, that's scary. So we're taking at least 5 here. Yep. Shaman of the Pack's a good draw. I'm gonna go ahead and do this now, just in case we hit some good ones. I think I just attack with these. Is there a reason to hold these back? I don't think so. No, I play pretty much exclusively friendly leagues on stream. I don't like to gamble extra while I play Magic. The only real reason to play competitive leagues is if you're interested in like gambling more money on Magic Online. The difference in play skill between the two is just like pretty much the same. Could have left up a mana to cast Shaman there. How? Can you please explain? Because I don't think that's true. Am I dead this turn? I'm dead to a lightning bolt because I attacked. I'm gonna die to a lightning bolt, aren't I? Deal. So we're gonna cast Shaman. With Shaman trigger on the stack, we'll cast Collected Company. Get 2 more elves, ideally. Or 3 more elves, you know, whatever. Drain you. This is a Surgical Extraction Scavenging Ooze matchup. Do I want Dismember for Grimlavamancer? I feel like on the draw I might want Dismember. I don't know. We didn't see Hollowone, but they might. I think I want Dismember on the draw. How's this league going? We're 1-0 and we're up a game. I'm gonna bring in Dismember on the draw. I think on the play we could probably overwhelm Lavamancer, but on the draw we probably need to kill it if they have it early. Yeah, they binned a Noose Constrictor. Yeah, this deck's very consistent. I think we've played like over a dozen leads with this deck, and we've only ever not gone 3-2 or better once. We have a couple of 5-0s and a bunch of 4-1s in there. It just, like I said, this deck is just a phenomenal middle ground between consistent and explosive. This hand's okay. It's like not amazing, but it's definitely in the range of keepable. It's possible that in this matchup I should mulligan this on the draw just because it doesn't have Skew, Surgical, or Dismember in it. What matchups do you usually trim Ezuri? Ones where you're racing. So I'm going to lead on the Elvish Mystic on 1 because on the off chance that I get to untap with this, I can then go Clancaller plus Elves of Deep Shadow. Whereas if I lead on Elves of Deep Shadow, I can't play 3 green mana spells. Cavern, thank you very much for the biddies. I appreciate that. Playing Modern, is that what we're doing? That's what the stream title says, what Magic Online usually means. Vengevine, so are you putting the Vengevine into play? They have a Street Wraith. I was like, good, they have to exile Vengevine to kill Elvish Mystic, but they do not because they have a Street Wraith. Would have thought the overrun ability would be good when you're racing. No, usually not. One of the other things that comes up when mat decks like this too is that a lot of the time we're mono-linear game 1, so like Ezuri is good when you're just like trying to be as blisteringly fast as possible, but post-board a lot of the time you bring in some interactive elements. No, I don't think Damping Sphere is shaveable. I think it's possible that we could maybe cut... I'm not 100% sure if Surgical Extraction is something I need in my 75. It's possible that that one could go away. It's possible Trophy could trim too with Dismember, because Dismember covers a lot of the same places Trophy does. But I definitely don't want to cut Damping Sphere. Thought a Collected Company, we're probably going to be a little bit too slow here on the draw. They are pretty aggressive at the moment. I guess they're down to 14, so that means like Clancaller plus Shaman of the Pack might be good enough next turn. I assume this Neonate's going to discard something and kill something. They don't have another land. So they're attacking for 10 here. I'm going to go to 6. I'm going to go to 6. See if this Fiery Temper kills one of my things or if it goes upstairs. I think I just take this hit. Would love to draw Scavenging Ooze. How's that no justice? I played to my outs. I played to my outs and I hit my out. That's not what no justice means. No justice means I made a mistake and didn't get punished for it. That was just like good magic. So I think I'm gonna block here and then double block here. So still need to draw a company or like another Scavenging Ooze, but like we're in an okay spot here. They're gonna get to finish this Scavenging Ooze with Grim Lavamancer, but that's okay. I'm not eating the creature out of their graveyard here because Grim Lavamancer would just exile it in response. So they're gonna exile two of their things. They're gonna hit my Scavenging Ooze. My Scavenging Ooze is going to trade with their Vengevine here. I'm gonna end up at 6. Their Flameblade Adept goes away. Heritage Druid. So if I do this, I can then do this. Is that right? What's the best way to get this into play here? So this is on Ooze because I wanted max green mana for my Scavenging Ooze. I think I just have to tap all these. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way where I can cast both of these spells and leave my Elvish Warrior untapped. I want like Shaman of the Pack plus Elvish Warrior untapped at the end. But I don't think that's possible. You guys just play the Shaman and hold the Clancaller back? I don't think that's true. Because I put the Cavern on Skews, it's just not possible. Yeah, I have to tap the Warrior. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to take a hot second to think there before I rushed into it. I was trying to see if I could end up where I had this plus this untapped, but I just can't. The 2/2s have Menace, so I don't think that line would have been very good. I don't think I can trade here. I could like trade Clancaller for the Shaman of the Pack, but again, this has Menace, so I can't just block here. Oh, am I dead? No, but pretty close. This could have emptied their hand. Are they dead? They are not. Yeah, Shaman of the Pack would have been lethal, or company into Shaman. So I'm just dead. I'm dead to Bolt or Fiery Temper here. We are going to be pretty dead to those cards regardless, though. That's fine. If we die here, we get to play game 3 on the play. And we might activate Clancaller here. It's not something we do often in Modern. In Standard Elves, it happens all the time, but... That's a Vengevine. It's not lethal. Because I don't know that we're dead, and Lash. We're only dead to Lightning Bolt and Fiery Temper, and there's no guarantee they have those cards. So I get to block this here. Then I get to put these two here. And then I'm going to go fetch a Clancaller here. Timothy, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. They're going to shoot my Clancaller here. Activate it and go find a friend. Microbiologist, thank you for the 4-month resub. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So they are going to be down to, and like them shooting like this means that they're not, means that they're not killing me with Grim Lavamancer next turn, which is a win for me. Archdruid's not bad. I'm a mana short of activating Clancaller this turn, right? That's unfortunate. Oh, I boarded out the 4th one, didn't I? Yeah, I totally did. All right, your move. Don't Vengevine me. How was my Thanksgiving day? It was all right. We don't do much for Thanksgiving around my house. Kinda. I mean, if they were burning me out with the Lavamancer, like the entire game would just be different, right? Scavenging Ooze would be absurd, as it often is. Do you have another creature? We're dead to another creature here because they have 2 Vengevines in their discard pile. All right, so you need a Scavenging Ooze or Shaman of the Pack or Collecting Company. Dwynen's Elite is not going to do it. You're dead. You get 2 chump block here and then 2 us twice. Think cutting down in Cavern's reasonable? Maybe. I don't know. You have a lot of green sources in the deck. Like there's 14 in the mana base plus like a bunch of other elves and stuff. Excuse me. I want these Dismembers. Yeah, the Dismember's fine. They're playing Hollowone. Now, I know that game ended up grinding out, but I think trying to be super grindy in this matchup is a mistake on average. Okay, if I have 4 collecting companies, this isn't a Lead the Stampede matchup. If your opponent's remotely aggressive, you don't want Lead the Stampede. Yes, yeah, that game was incredibly close considering they went turn 1 Grim Lavamancer. Sure, but even if you count half of my things that make green mana as mana sources, I still have like 23 or 24 green sources in my deck, which is plenty. Rude. I love getting to auto pass with this deck. It's a real big upside that it has. Just like, all right, I'm done. Go. Seems weird to cycle that post-combat. So, like, if they have hollowed ones here, they could put Flamewake into play. Seems like a mistake. Alright, it's a good draw. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this now, because if we had Heritage Druid plus an Elf, I can play the other Clancaller out. I could maybe leave that Clancaller in my deck, like, assuming that I'm gonna get to search it up next turn, but that's probably greedy. If they attack here, are they dead? Pretty close to it, right? I wonder how aggressive they're going to be. They're going to play defensive. I think that makes sense. Am I ending today after blue-red thing? Yeah, probably. Atrophy, thanks for the 6 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Yeah, if I just like had another Clancaller in my deck, it'd be in an absurd spot. I'm in a pretty good spot regardless, but if I had another Clancaller, I'd be in a much better spot. Yep. Yeah, Shaman in the pack's just like consistently absurd. I just don't understand how people try and register elves without playing it. There's people that don't play Clancaller in their deck too. Those are exactly the people who don't put Shaman in the pack and Clancaller in their elf decks are people who still play Dark Confidant in their green black decks. Just like change is scary. Please don't change. Maybe they like a challenge. Yep. Could definitely see that. Man, this league's taking forever. This is only match 2 and we've been playing for 45 minutes. What a long elf league. Yeah, Bloodbraid Elf isn't good in this deck. I'm going to show you why Bloodbraid Elf isn't good in this deck. When 16 of your cards are 1-mana spells, like 4 mana for a 3-2 haste and a 1-1 isn't good enough. Bloodbraid Elf is much worse than Lead the Stampede. I agree, Demir Spy. That's why people play Dark Confidant, because they love the card, not because it's good. I think there is no compelling reason to play Jund over Green Blackrock. And I think Green Blackrock does not want Dark Confidant in it. I actually just don't think Dark Confidant's good in Modern in general, because Modern is such a creature-based format that every good deck has a bunch of removal or can race it because he's hammering your health total. So basically, the Venn diagram of decks that care about Dark Confidant, like, it's very, the section of decks that care about Dark Confidant is very, very small when you overlap all Modern decks together. Yeah, it's very good in formats like Legacy and Vintage, where creature removal is less prevalent. But because Modern is so much about playing to the board, that it just ends up not being good. This hand's like a 5 out of 10, but I think it's definitely keepable. Just like turn 1 Door Corp to draw like Lead the Stampedes and stuff off this up. Another Hollowone deck. Looks like it. Then Dredge folds to a well-placed Anger. Man, what an incredibly hot take. Dredge loses to sideboard cards. What an incredibly hot take from Twitch chat. Jund is good because it plays sideboard cards that are good against Dredge. Every deck gets to play sideboard cards that are good against Dredge. Stop it. Stop it. Dredge doesn't have bad matchups. It has people who want to beat them in the sideboard. Ooze is okay. He might be a little bit hungry. I think it's right to play the Elvish Archdruid before we play the Scavenging Ooze here, but I could see that going either way. If this is a Goblin Lore, that's very good for us. If it's a Collective Brutality, that's less good for us. Well, at least there are 2 creatures in bins. So, I don't think I'm trading Ooze here. I think what I'm doing is blocking with Elvish Mystic and then eating something. I don't think we can afford to trade. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and block here. And this puts another, like, I'm dead to a lightning bolt here. Because, like, this kills my Scavenging Ooze in response to this trigger, so they can't beat a lightning bolt. But, like, now I go to 8, and I'm gonna have a 5/5 Scavenging Ooze. So, like, Fatal Push and Lightning Bolt are the things we can't beat at the moment. And then, like, next turn I get to go Shaman in the pack, drain them for 1, and then, like, make my Scavenging Ooze a 5/5. I guess Gurmag Angler would potentially be bad for me too, because it's bigger than my Skooze. Ooh, that's some food for my hungry boy over there. All right, so let's actually just grab 2 cards out of their bin here. So they have Flame Wake and Bloodghast in their bin, so let's just like nip those in the bud. Worth noting, Cavern of Souls being awkward again. So if I like had even just 1 more green source here, I'd be in a very good spot. Instead, I'm gonna die. Really? No attack. That's really good for me. No attack there is incredible. I guess it's also worth noting that I can't activate Ezuri next turn because of these Cavern of Souls. For those of you that are just coming into this game, my opponent played 2 Hollowed Ones on turn 1. Yep. Do I want to trade Scavenging Ooze for 2 Hollowed Ones here? Is that a worthwhile exchange? There's two creatures in my bin, so I could offer Scavenging Ooze for double Hollowed One here. Like they're at 14. I think I'm just gonna pass. Ezuri cannot regenerate himself. For those that are unfamiliar with his text box. I mean, is it though? Like, if I attack and they don't trade, I have to chump on the backswing, which looks very bad. Raking Canopy, play actual spells, play Assassin's Trophy, play cards that are good. Is it crazy? Is it crazy to throw away Shaman of the pack here? So I can get my skews bigger? I'm gonna attack with this. Like, I'm happy if it connects and I'm happy if they kill it. Like, this is good for me. It means my Scavenging Ooze is a 9/9. Any plans for Saturday? Nope, just playing Modern this morning. That's unfortunate because it's another chump blocker. This has haste. We might see them swing for the fence here. Nope. Fair. Fair. That was a mistake. Should have tapped all of my elves there for mana because I ideally should start hammering on their graveyard to eventually make a delve creature uncastable. I'm gonna attack with this, and then if they might not block and then like try and kill me on the backswing. I think this is the most likely outcome here, so that seems fine for me. And like, this outcome means that I don't die to Lightning Bolt next turn even, which is great, because it means I get to gain a health. I'm pretty sure that attack is right. And then I'm going to go ahead and eat this right away here, because you can't respond to your opponent delving, so if they draw a delve threat, I wouldn't be able to use that. And like, now if they attack with everything, I untap and kill them on the backswing. So they have to like draw a blocker here. If they draw a blocker here, we're in trouble. They did not. How are we doing? Our opponent played 2 Hollowed ones on turn 1 this game, and we're playing Magic with them, so we're doing okay. Scavenging Ooze is a great card. All right, let's strand a Delve Threat in their hand. No, mana empty leaves your pool when you change phases, so you can't let your stuff float mana, let your stuff die, and then eat with it. Unfortunately. So now they're under the Abyss, right? If I attack with everything that's bad for me, they go block, block, and we only take 4. All right, we're dead to Bolt. Dead to Bolt, dead to Fatal Push. Don't play around things you can't beat. Can't do nothing about them. It's a Delve Threat. It's unfortunate we're 1 turn off of being able to stop that from happening. That sucks. Some of them play Fatal Push in the main. That's fine. Our opponent hasn't drawn a Bolt yet, so like, you know, as long as our draws, like, if both of us just keep drawing poop, like, we're ahead. So like, let's just hope both of us keep drawing poop. Yeah, this is game 1. Our opponent played double Hollowed one on turn 1 this game. They went Street Wraith into Faithful Suiting. Dead to Collective Brutality as well here. Yeah, they went turn 1 Hollowed one, turn 2 double Hollowed one, turn 2 Collective Brutality, killer thing. Is that lethal? That's gotta be lethal, right? So they go block, block. And then, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's lethal if I do this first. Yeah, we have to Pendelhaven first. And then we play the Lord. And we know they don't have removal, because they have removal, we'd be dead. Yeah, and they block Shaman of the Pack and Scavenging Ooze, then take exactly 7. Cha-ching! Cash money, take it to the bank. Good night, my sweet prince. Nice, nice blood gas, right? That's a good game of Magic. Scavenging Ooze sounds great. Dismember sounds great. I think I'm a fan of these Dismembers on the board. They've done the Lord's work. They come in a lot of spots. Scavenging Ooze is also phenomenal. That was a good main deck addition. Been really happy with the 2 of those in the main. It just like digs you out of situations you like otherwise would never win. I don't think this is a trophy matchup. Maybe it's a trophy matchup on the draw. I don't think I want Surgical here. I don't think I want Surgical. They're Christmas Sages, chat. Come on now. They're Christmas Sages. What do we think of this? I think I like this. I don't want Surgical here. The question is, do I want one Ezuri or do I want one trophy? I think on the draw, I want a trophy. Like, being able to kill their fatties is pretty good. Also, they bring in Grimlevimancer against us, so having ways to kill that is also fantastic for us. Like, Hollowone usually isn't the scary thing. Like, the fish are often scarier. What did I cut for Dismember? I had 2 copies of Stain the Mind in the sideboard that I was testing. I'm just, like, trying different things in those slots. I think I'm pretty happy with the Dismembers, though. Honestly, I could even see flipping it, so I play 3 Dismember and only 2 Trophy. I could see even doing that. I wonder if cutting, like, the 4th Cavern for an Overgrown Tomb is unreasonable in this. Just, like, have more Scavenging Ooze mana and have more black sources for my sideboard cards. It might not be unreasonable. How did my Thingbird list get in for today? Because I was looking at the deck list in the queue and I decided that I didn't feel like playing a Devoted Company deck today. And the next 2 things above you were Devoted Company decks. Sounds great. We never had Sadistic Sacrament in our sideboard. I think you're confusing that with the card that I just referred to, Stain the Mind. I mean, this opponent's actually used less time off their clock than we have. Like, I've been taking my time here. We've had a lot of really hard lines. How is the humans matchup for elves? The humans matchup is very good. This deck has good humans and burn matchups. It's really bad. It's kind of medium against Storm, though. Yeah, Stain the Mind is Convoke Memoricide. Okay. I love this fucking deck. It's so good. Go. Dismember is actually another card that's really good against Storm, which is another reason to want to play more Dismembers in this deck. So Dismember gives us a lot of play against Storm, because it's just like 1 mana removal spell for their fatties. They've been engineered explosives. That seems good for me. Rats, I thought they were going to leave the Hollowone back there for half a second. I got really excited. So I'm definitely playing the elf here. The question is, do I want to Shaman of the Pack? Do I want to Dismember? Do I want to Shaman of the Pack this turn, or do I want to Dismember plus whatnot? Now, the games where opponents run Forest are good matchups. I definitely want to Dismember. I'm definitely Dismembering this turn. The question is, do I want to pay health or not? That's the question. The question is, do I want to pay, how much health do I want to pay? So like I could pay this, like, you know, this isn't, I know we're used to just being like 1 mana for health, but like I have black mana. I can pay black mana for this card. I think I like paying 2 life and then attacking for 4. Which I think means I'm just attacking for 4 and passing. Because my opponent's sequencing could be different, or attack for 5, sorry. My opponent's sequencing could be different if they think they have a Hollowone that's gonna live. Elvish Clancaller is great. There's 4 of them in our deck list. The deck list is on your screen via the Stream Decker widget, or you can type !deck in chat to get a link to the deck list directly. Play Shaman to get more pressure, maybe. Yeah, I guess Shaman puts them dead next turn. Yeah, maybe putting them dead on board is better. Oh, does it put them dead on board though? Because like I can't attack with everything if I dismember. Because like I have to, in order to dismember plus Shaman, I have to activate Heritage Druid, which means I would have to tap these 3 elves, which means I attack for 1 less there. All right, so I think I'm dismembering the hollowed one since it's attacking. Like the difference between a 4/4 and a 5/5 here is pretty marginal. Ha! And the Pendelhaven got him to keep the blood gas back. That's so good. Is that lethal? I think that's lethal. This is 6. Oh, I'm 1 short. I'm 1 short of lethal, right? Do I have to pay 1 to dismember? And I can attack for 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna put a 3rd dismember in the board. I'm gonna put a 3rd dismember in the board. Yeah, I agree. I agree that the trophies feel clunky, Pike. Sweet. Should you play Dismember in 8 rack? You should not play 8 rack. That would be my advice. My advice for anything surrounding 8 rack would be play a different deck. Sounds good, Maddie. I actually might be done after this league. This league's taking a while. Usually these leagues are like blisteringly fast. This one's taking a hot second. And killed them with Shaman next turn. If they have like any amount of like lightning bolts or disruption that end up hurting me there, I felt like it was the conservative play to kill their Hollowed one. Oh, is this Infect? This matchup's bad for us. This is another reason to have more Dismembers in my sideboard. This is yet another reason to put a bunch of Dismembers in my sideboard. This matchup is rancid. The last league we played, I think we 4-1'd and we died to Infect. No, we 3-2'd? We 3-2'd? Probably 3-2'd. Am I dead yet? That's really good for me. All right, let's just go ahead and company now, because if we hit Heritage Druid plus an elf, we can do more. Okie doke. Can also hit a Lord before we attack with this, which is nice. All right, they have to kill us next turn. We are dead to like double +4s here, which are like, they're pretty likely to have +4s here. So if they have 2 +4s, we're dead. If not, we race them, which is sweet. Malira's an elf, right? Am I dead? I feel like the pause means I'm not dead. Either that or they're slow at counting. Pause feels like not dead. Just like land, activate Ezuri, smash you. Sweet. And this is why I love this deck. Even when your matches aren't good for you, you can still just kill them sometimes. Man, look at that curve. This curve would look better with a 2nd Dismember or 3rd Dismember, but Trophy's been fine. Trophy's been fine. Nah, I don't think Damping Sphere is good enough here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, stealing pre-board against Infect is huge. This hand is very, very good. Just like absurd. It's just like 2nd land away from the Stone Cold Nuts. 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 2nd land away from the Stone Cold If we get a second land in our 2 draws, we get to go Elf into Dwynen's Elite Heritage Druid, Clancaller, Dismember your thing. And, like, even if we fumble, we still get to, like, do stuff, which is nice. When I first started playing Magic, I despised Infect. I thought it was the worst idea to R&D to come up with. And then I played Tron, the main reason I stopped playing Modern, and now I somewhat root for Infect purely because of God Bless, right? I honestly think Infect is one of the most honest decks in Modern. It is a deck that... What's the word I'm searching for? It is a deck that has to respect basically every form of interaction that exists in the game. How's Clancaller been? Clancaller is great. Played this archetype a lot, and Clancaller is very, very good. Would not recommend playing less than 4. I know a lot of the decks I play on this stream, I often talk about how, like, I don't have educated or informed opinions on them because I haven't played them a lot. I played this archetype a lot. I like this deck list a lot. Very, very powerful, very, very consistent. We could still just be dead here because we missed on a land, though. We could still just die here. They have land, pump spell, protection spell. We're dead. So we're dead if this lives, so. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Why did I cut the Stain the Mind? Because I wanted to try Dismember. Is next turn lethal? Might not be lethal with a blocker. No black mana. Boo. If this was a Dismember, this attack was... Is this lethal regardless? They block and they take... Yeah, it's lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woohoo! Yeah, we're putting a 3rd Dismember on the sideboard. We're putting a 3rd Dismember on the sideboard. I am super high on Dismember. It's just everything I've wanted. I kind of want another black source in the mana base. I might cut the 4th Cavern of Souls for an Overgrown Tomb. If you've never seen this deck played before and you love it, I love it too. You can find a ton of leagues with this deck list on my website. So, jeffhoagland.com. Modern deck list, proven section, green black elves. You'll find a full primer that I've written on this archetype on coolstuffinc.com. I just read the chat rules for the 4th time. They're beautiful. What matches do you not want to see when you're playing this deck? Matches where they draw better than you. Matches where they're faster than you. This deck has a good Tron matchup. So, hit the Tron button, pound it, pound that Tron button into the ground. This deck has a good Tron matchup. Yeah, I'm gonna be done after this. Sorry to people that wanted to see the blue-red thing deck. That deck will stay in the queue. We'll play it on the next Modern Day, most likely. Feeling good. I want to get some lunch, hang out with the family for a while. I've been going for about 3 hours. It's another Infect matchup. Another Infect matchup. Poop. Our hand's not quite as busted here. I guess it could be Spirits. It could be Spirits. This is, okay, sweet. It's Spirits, and this is another matchup where Dismember is great. Am I going to come back on tonight? Maybe? Depends. They're trying to ball. I think there's a good chance we have them dead 2 turns from now. Yeah, it's just a race. I think we usually come out ahead in the races, but I don't know that for sure. I need to put my entire hand on the table here, which is nice. Scavenging Ooze, unfortunately worse than Lead the Stampede would be here. It's my turn 3, go. This is all I have. What's the cost of this deck in Moto or paper? I have no idea. There's a budget deck list of this deck list on my website. The majority of the cost in building this deck is Gilt-Leaf Palaces and Cavern of Souls, and you could very reasonably turn those into overgrown tombs and unclaimed territories to make it much cheaper. Budgeting the lands in this deck, it's like 300 bucks or less. You should have eaten the Flooded Strand. Why? Name me one card their deck could possibly play where eating Flooded Strand matters. I'll wait. No, Bant Spirits doesn't play Knight of the Reliquary. Scoos and Lead the Stampede out. Dismember Trophy in. Easy peasy. Board in Worship against me. Board in Worship against me. Please, for the love of God, board in Worship against me. It's so great when they board in Worship and then you untap and kill them with Shaman of the Pack. It's actually just the best feeling in Magic. Now, they don't play Renegade Rallier. Yeah, Moorland Haunt only eats creatures, so that doesn't count. Asanda's also very good. Yeah, we had 2 different people board in Worship in one of the leagues we were playing this deck. It was really funny. Just like, do y'all not get it? You clearly don't get it. When is Roanoke? I plan to drive down and meet you. It is the, I think it's the first weekend in December, or second week. It's like December 7th or something like that. No 2-drop. Also very good for me. Yeah, imagine if this card had been Nettle Sentinel. How much worse our hand would be right now. All right, if they have Rattle Chains, I'm gonna get into trouble here. But I get to Dismember. Oh, Anner, actually, Anner, if you're close to there, I actually have the entire Monday after the Invitational free that I need to, like, kill time. Because my flight's not back till Tuesday morning. So I need to figure out, like, I have an entire day where I need to figure out what I'm doing with my life. If they have Rattle Chains here, we get punished for this. But if they don't have Rattle Chains, we get to dumpster them. They have Rattle Chains. Oh, they have another Spell Queller. That's rude. All right. The Dismember getting countered there might lose us this game. because we paid 5 life for that, which means it's going to be tough to race. Yeah, that's going to be the game. I'll wait and see if we draw land. If we draw land, I'll keep playing. We got game 1. They have another Phantasmal Mage. Yep. That explains why they kept a hand with a slow start. It was very good. Onward, upward, backward, forward. Send me up. I won't have a car, though. I will not have a car because I'm flying. Yeah, our start was good, but their start was better on the play. This hand's not amazing, but I think it's a keep. I have a hard time passing up just like lands and Mana Dork. Just like hope to draw spells. And like this hand ramps enough that we like, even if we like brick off and draw arrow, we can just like start we can just like start activating Clancaller. But hopefully we draw spells. Our hand doesn't have that many, our deck doesn't have that many lands in it. Draw like a Collected Company or another Lord will be like in an absurd spot. Well, poop. So we're unfortunately 1 mana off from being able to activate the Clancaller next turn, so hopefully we draw a 3 or a 4 to play. Then we can start activating Clancaller the following turn. Assuming there's no Path to Exile here. If you like winning, you will take Jeskai Control off your list. Storm's a great deck. It's like a Godok Teague? No, it's a Lord. Yep. Alright, come on. Collect a company. Trophy. Trophy. Oh, I messed up. I missed a point of damage. Missed a point of damage. Could have played the Pendelhaven and Pendelhaven my Clancaller. And now I can't attack with the Clancaller because they could have a... Yeah, that's a pretty big mistake. I missed 2 points of damage because of the land I played. Because if they have a Mausoleum Wanderer, I don't want to run into Mausoleum Wanderer. You did miss Grishelbrand. It was a great league. We 4-1 with that one as well. The Monument Sisters deck, do you have any upgrades / tips for it? You should watch the videos. I always give feedback at the end of the videos in the wrap-up segment. This worth noting, this was much, much worse than Dismember would have been there. Giving them a land feels bad. Yeah, we're going to start searching for Lords this next turn. This is probably going to be too slow on the draw. Just didn't draw enough action after we did stuff. Ad Nauseam went 0-3 drop. I'm not going to take that as a donation deck anymore. It's just not good enough. Just too slow. As far as Modern goes, just like too slow and clunky. Sure. All right, they're flooding a little bit too here, so that's good for us. Maybe their last 2 cards are bad. Nope. JK. I have 1 card left. When I run out of tickets, I sell them, but generally I wait for them to be worth like 2.5, 2.3 or better. They're like absurdly low right now, so I'm holding them. But if I run out of tickets again, I'm going to have to sell. Will Brand League be posted tonight? Yeah, it'll be posted as soon as I'm done streaming this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with this Llanowar Elf. think. Maybe I'm supposed to just play another elf out? I don't know. Playing another elf out's pretty bad against Spellqueller. They have Selfless Spirit in play, which is basically a fog for a turn. What does that attack mean? If they have 2 blockers, I'm dead no matter what they do. I mean, Settle the Wreckage? Well, I can't beat Settle the Wreckage. Don't play around cards you can't beat. I'm trying to think if there's a way I can beat 2 blockers. I don't think there is, right? So I just attack with everything. I like that we put up a fight for how bad our draw was this game. Yeah, looks like Settle. Good games, opponent. Good beats. Just how the cookie crumbles. Attacking at the last Clancaller doesn't beat anything that this doesn't beat, so there's no reason to. There's no reason to activate for another Lord, chat. The game ends that next turn cycle one way or another. So like the sequence just like doesn't matter. Like what does getting another Lord play around that like not getting a Lord doesn't? Yeah, honestly, I think my thoughts after playing that league, I'm glad I tried Dismembers. I think I'm gonna go up to a third one. I'm gonna cut this trophy. I was really happy with that card in the entire league. And like that match, that game would have been better if we would have had more Dismembers. That's Reclamation Sage, just like, you know, the classic Moto Altar. I think I'm gonna be done for the day. I'm done for now. I'm not gonna say, I might come back tonight after the kids go to bed. I'm not sure what our plans are with Christy. Christy's, my mother-in-law is supposed to be coming down at some point today, so Christy will probably hang out with her tonight. So I'm probably gonna sneak back on after the kids go to sleep tonight, about 8:30 or so, but I'm gonna be done for the morning. Thanks everyone for hanging out. It's awesome that we hit 1,000 people. Happy holidays to everybody, and I'll catch all y'all around later. Remember, if you missed any of the stream, we went for about a little over 3 hours. I'm gonna hit publish on a bunch of stuff on YouTube now. If you missed parts of this Elf League, that was about an hour and a half. That one will be ready and published in about 30 minutes or so. So, catch you later, folks. I know.